What up? Hey, welcome back.
Boo! Boo!
Ah!
What's up, you unsightly masses unfit for human consumption? ZeitgeistOG back here again. We're looking at some spooky crap. We got Skeletor, we got Fat Man. It doesn't really matter who I am.
You are it does matter. You are the mat in the chair, damn it. That's
None of us
iconic.
matter. You're the only hero here.
That's becoming iconic. You are the mat in the chair.
I'm the guy that does the shorts.
Welcome to ZeitgeistOG. We are here, and today we are going to be doing another before and after review, much like how we did Dragon Ball.
Dragon Ball and Scooby-Doo. I won't lie. Dragon Ball was the test run. I think Scooby-Doo, we kind of hit that nail on the head.
I like the Dragon Ball. I like the
home.
Dragon Ball video too, though.
And no, it's definitely good. Yeah, it was hella good. I'm just saying.
You guys should talk about anime more. That's a whole untapped demographic.
Well, that was a live action video.
I don't want to tap that demographic.
No, most anime after like 2003 is just Coomer bait.
I mean, that's
even before. Honestly, anything from like 89 onwards is just Coomer bait.
All right, we are getting sidetracked.
We're not here at Zeitgeist. We don't condone gooning.
I do.
I don't even know what that is. All right, well, we too are enjoyers of spooky season, and today we are checking out Halloween is Grinch Night, which is a Halloween-themed Grinch short film.
Hell yeah.
I also don't know if this might come as a surprise to some of you, like it did to me, but there's actually like quite a few Grinch animated things. There's one where he meets the Lorax, I think.
What the hell?
Yeah, the Grinch does a lot of stuff, but nobody remembers anything beyond that initial... Grab that pumpkin, you stupid. Nobody remembers anything about the Grinch outside of that initial Christmas movie.
Which is great.
I'm fairly certain that even though the Christmas one came first, Halloween Night is Grinch Night is a prequel, because all of the Who's are still scared of him, and he hasn't learned his lesson. He's still just a dickbag.
Actually, it says right here that it is a prequel to the 66 television special. This came out 11 years after that original Christmas Grinch one.
No,
everything.
No, I'm not wrong about every... look, I haven't seen this since I was a kid, alright? I got it on VHS. We learned our lesson last year. It's been a year. Holy shit. It's been a year.
So some fun facts about Halloween is Grinch Night. So the songs and the score were written by Sesame Street composer Joe Raposo.
I don't know that name, but the
fun.
fact that he's a Sesame Street composer is like...
Well, he wrote C is for Cookie.
It originally came out on ABC. So that kind of makes sense why he... Okay.
It's nice.
Yeah.
Boris Karloff was also dead by this point, so that's why he's not there. He's replaced by Hans Conried, though, who was the voice of Captain Hook and Peter Pan, and I really like that performance. So this sounds like it's going to be pretty damn good. There's also a fair amount of songs here.
Okay, here's the thing, though. I remember this in my head being like...
Like
an hour. Yeah, I was about to say an hour, maybe just under an hour.
Yeah, no, it's like 25 minutes.
Yeah, I had no friggin' clue about that. Holy crap.
I'd say it makes good use of the runtime, though.
Yeah, I mean, the original was about that length, too.
Was it really?
Yeah,
thought it was longer.
short. No, it was 26 minutes. It's actually like exactly the same length.
Wow, maybe I'm just kind of rolling it in with the movie.
Well, the movie has an hour of bloat of a half hour short because they had to let Jim Carrey be Jim Carrey. But yeah, so Halloween is Grinch Night. First of all, we wish you a happy spooky season. But as per usual with these videos, we're gonna pause here, check it out. You should watch with us.
Watch along. It's like
Come
28
back in
minutes.
26 minutes. I know it's hard because a lot of this is the TikTok crowd.
You know it's hard.
Your brains aren't.
No, our content is technically for everybody, but let's be honest here. We're aiming at for people our age.
22-year-olds?
You wish you were 22.
I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 22.
I'm an old man. I'm in my autumn years.
Soon
I'm going to be dead, and once I'm gone, you're going to be the man of the couch. I know it's a big deal, but I hope you can step up to the plate, my child.
Stop fondling my hair.
It's so soft and luxurious.
Oh yeah, coffee on the couch. Whatever happened there?
I wash it and condition it. Okay, enough. Let's watch the Grinch Halloween.
Yes. Let us watch the Grinch movie.
We have
Pause here and let us know what you thought of it in the comments. We're about to watch the movie. We'll be back in 2 seconds.
After these messages. After these messages.
20 minutes later.
Alright, welcome back to Zeitgeist. We just finished Halloween is Grinch Night, and that was
That was a trip.
that was a thing.
That was a thing.
You put your glasses back on and face the facts.
That was the overall
Yes.
message of the movie, and I kind of like that. You put your glasses back on and you face the facts.
That is the moral of this story.
Yeah, that
It is
was the consensus.
thinly veiled, and
You can't be a little hiding around in your little cubby all with your thumb up your ass. Sometimes you gotta go out and get answers, and sometimes the boldest of us need to go out and face these problems, because someone has to.
I
Yes.
think my favorite thing about this special was it was confirmed, it is canon. Whoville has its own Alex Jones.
oh yeah, yes.
Sergeant whatever.
He's like, I don't like them putting chemicals in the water that turn the freaking Grinch. I'm sick of this crap.
I'm just saying, this is 77. There's a chance Alex Jones modeled himself off of this guy.
That's probably before. This is when the guy Alex Jones copied was doing it.
That guy,
Jesus.
that guy was awesome. Interdimensional space who's. That's the. It's a weird short. Right?
It is
like,
short.
I'm not the only one, right? That was weird.
It was okay. My big issue: 9 songs in 25 minutes.
Actually, you know what? If you take the 30 seconds of opening credits and the 30 seconds of end credits, it's really like a 24-minute. Like, it's the standard length of like a TV
we
show.
started at
episode.
30 minutes, people. We have whittled it down. You knock out commercials. You knock out the intro and outro. We're down to 20 minutes.
It's almost like it's like just a hair over what an average like TV episode is.
My phone in my pocket.
And it's kind of weird, like, because he never makes it to Whoville.
No, that part bothered me. That feels like
We stalled.
no, you know.
Well, I get why
yes,
he
but
didn't.
that makes it feel like it's some supernatural kind of
So
stuff.
he's
because
the Grinch is dragging this wagon along that's full of this like supernatural acid gas that like causes fears, right? And it doesn't work on the little main kid, so I guess
by
that's why
acid he
never,
means hallucinogenic,
Right.
Psychedelic hallucinogenic.
and I guess that's why he never goes down to Whoville, because if it didn't work on this dipshit little dork ass kid.
No. There was an explanation. The Grinch will show up and do this bullshit on Halloween night. Look at the screen.
Oh, that's right,
because
yeah.
the wind is blowing, which makes this
sweet
happen.
and sour winds.
Sweet and sour wind is blowing, which makes all the animals get crazy, and the water starts getting disrupted, and that makes the fucking Loch Ness monster looking just come up and scream, and all the symphony of screaming animals and sweet and sour wind is what brings the Grinch out and makes him want to cause trouble. And he stalled for time long. I'm kind of jumping ahead, but our main character stalls for time long enough that the wind dies down, and the Grinch is like, oh, well, I guess I shouldn't be pissed off anymore because nobody's screaming anymore, so I guess I should just go home.
I will say, I know the Grinch is like a dickhead in the Christmas original thing too, but he's like an extra dickhead even.
A little bit, yeah,
Like,
no,
really
yeah.
me.
Yeah.
Like there's this like sentient plant that's like wheezing its dying breath, and he reverses just to run it over.
Oh no,
We've
you're
all
going
been
down.
there.
And he hunts like the last of its species, and
Oh yeah, the fuzzball thing, which
Pink
didn't
little
have an
fuzzy
outline. It was just, that was some weird animation, by the way. Like, it was just a puffball with no
but
kind of like.
the Grinch is a huge to Max. And Max, by the way, like
Oh, yeah.
Max leaves.
Max gets his own song, and it's implied that the Grinch can hear that song even though Max isn't singing.
It's also implied that the Grinch stole Max from
Possibly,
like a
yes.
loving dog family, and he just stole him.
I interpreted that as the Grinch used to be nice to him until he hit a certain age or something.
No,
'Cause,
but
like,
he says it in the thing. He says, "You miss your sweet Aunt Woofy Woof, feeding you grits or some shit," and like Max is like lamenting it. He's like, "Oh, if only I could go back to like my sweet Aunt Woofy Woof."
yeah.
It's like I think the Grinch just like stole him.
Yeah, you know.
And Max leaves like with the little Who main character. He doesn't. go back
But
to
it's
the
a
Grinch.
prequel, so we know Max comes back by Christmas at the latest.
Like most damaged people in a relationship, Max missed the abuse and couldn't handle love, so he just ran right back to the aggressor.
He didn't know how to comprehend people not being abusive. Man, imagine living a life like that.
We are reading way too much into a cartoon.
Not really. That's what happened.
No, you're not wrong, dude. Stuff from like the pre-90s has some real.
From the 70s.
That's what I'm saying.
They did not fuck around in the 70s.
Man.
The 70s make the 80s look like the 90s.
It was a cocaine-fueled nightmare back in those times.
Oh man, as far as the songs, there are a lot of songs, man. There's like 9 or 10. Here's my thing, it's my biggest pet peeve with anything that's a musical, and I guess that's technically what this is. I don't mind using a song to convey the exposition, but like the lyrics are nonsensical. Like the music's composed well, and the people singing are singing well, but there are a lot of nonsense lyrics.
Yes, on a technical level, you are correct. It was composed well.
Other than that, I mean, it's not bad. It's an okay watch. It's just... It is spooky, I'll give it that. It has some spookiness.
It does. You know what, though?
It's not bad for a spooky season.
Okay, maybe I'm wrong. There are only 3 technically, that make it spooky. A, that sweet sour wind. And you see that in real life. And I don't know, I'm saying that because we live in Illinois. But once you hit October, that wind comes in and that carries you through to November.
They don't call it the Windy City for nothing.
It does. Yeah. It gets windy, it gets cold. We drop down into the 40s at night. I'm just saying that wind being what triggers the
yeah, that was actually surprisingly accurate for
autumn. Yes, for an autumn thing. Yes. The second thing, the eyebrows.
Why were his eyebrows a character? The Grinch's eyebrows are a character.
Yes.
Yeah, become a bat and...
Okay, once they're off his body and they form that bat thing, that's fine. That's its own thing. I get that, but why his eyebrows? Why is this a good night for eyebrows?
Yeah, that was a weird line.
It's also a good night for teeth.
Okay, Bill Cipher. I remember when I was doing my primer watches this the other day, and when the eyebrow thing happened, I was like half watching and half doing something else, and I was like, wait, what the fuck was that?
Literally stopped you dead in your tracks.
What the hell was that?
Yeah, no, that was very, very weird. The third thing that makes this Halloweeny is when he opens up his trunk, his cart. Because it's a double stacked cart, and the entire time I'm like, what the fuck is in that? Because I don't remember. I was a fucking kid. He opens the door to this thing, and it's just Nightmare Realm, Winnie the Pooh, Half-a-Lumps, and Woozles.
Heffalumps.
Half-a-lump?
Heffalump, not half-a-lumps.
But does the hef have half a lump?
No, it's heffalumps. Heffalumps and woozles.
I don't believe you.
Goddamn Grinch is carrying around a PG acid trip in his little cubby.
The 100-acre wood used to be such a nice place before them damn heffalumps and woozles came in.
For real though, he is walking around with some
Piglet, I told you not to do this at Rabbit's dinner table.
Oh.
Rabbit's very liberal. You can't do that, Piglet. Piglet's getting drunk, and he's like, oh, dear, this used to be such a nice town before those heffalumps and woozles came in. And Rabbit's like, oh, Piglet, please, not again.
And Pooh's just like, oh, brother.
Eeyore's like, this is why we don't invite you, Piglet. You have a couple of pots of honey, and you start getting political.
I don't know, I feel Eeyore would have some very heartfelt political convictions.
I don't feel like what Piglet was saying was political
maybe
at all.
Tigger's the drunk uncle, and he's like, I miss when I was the only one.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Another thing I want to point out about this, everybody and everything is thick. Dude, like the Grinch has a...
Oh, god damn. I literally just said pull a straight face. Oh, everybody's thick.
Wait. I have the perfect... Speaking of opening their trunk...
The Grinch has a dumpy, dude.
Yeah,
he's
got a dump truck ass, and so does Jeremiah.
So does the fruit. Like, even the fruit he picks off the vine is thick as shit.
Alright, for real though, I'm looking at that, I'm imagining it's got a pear taste with a tinge, an aftertaste of cherry.
I had a pear.
That's why that the shape made me think.
Apparently.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
I don't know. Like, I wouldn't watch this over the Christmas special, and it's probably not something I'm going to come back to even during Halloween. But it wasn't bad.
No, it wasn't bad, but there was, again, a lot more musicals than I remember. But I have this thing where I kind of unintentionally erase musicals from my memory.
Because you're gay.
Yes, but also there is a certain point in history where everything had to have musicals in it. Like Marx Brothers. The guys that the Three Stooges wanted to be, everything they had was a minimum of like 5 musical numbers.
But the Marx Brothers were great.
They were great, and every time I go to put in one of their movies, I'm like, oh, this is gonna be great, and then I end up like skipping through like half the songs.
I don't know. Duck Soup is pretty solid.
Duck Soup is like their best one.
Duck Soup is the best.
Yes, and that is one of the few ones where I'm willing to sit through the songs because, I don't know, maybe it's because I've become slightly political, but, you know, some of the shit that's going on there, that's...
A bunch of leftist pinkos.
Man, if you think the economy's bad now, just wait till I get through with it. Woo!
As far as, I mean, there's not really a whole bunch of stuff to say left about the animation's okay.
The animation is okay,
it's
except for
about,
that little pink furry guy.
Yeah, he's weird. He's
Yeah,
weird,
really
very
They
weird.
did not
But
give him an outline.
actually-
I think that's what the problem is. They didn't give him an outline.
No, actually, I think that's intentional. Just because he's supposed to be, he's supposed to be the last of his species, right?
Yes.
So I think it's intentional to make him stick out amongst it, or to make him animate him differently than everybody else. I think.
No.
I don't know.
Okay, so if you're the last of your kind, are we going to animate you differently?
Well, maybe. I'm saying maybe that's what the film did to juxtapose it with everything else.
Yeah, because it
Makes sense in like an animation context.
He's supposed to be a symbol of purity being chased down by this ugly, ugly world.
Kinda, yeah. Actually, that makes sense. Like,
Which
I know you're
brings
kinda, like,
back how
angling
much
it as
of
a
a...
joke, but that's yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we only know he's the last of his kind because of Alex Jones.
Yeah, I don't know. It was overall not bad. It's just
Yeah.
it's not a Halloween staple for me. There's certain because I'm that kind of cheesy. So there's certain for every holiday where I watch, and this isn't gonna make the list.
No.
But
No.
it's not bad. Like, it's still gonna be like the Ed, Edd and Eddy's Boo Ha Ha special, Charlie Brown, Great Pumpkin.
It's something you watch every 5 to 10 years, but you don't watch it every year.
Yeah, like, I'm fine not coming back to this in any kind of immediate future.
No. And again, I haven't seen this since I was a literal child.
I might go back to and like randomly watch the acid trip scene.
Okay, yeah, that on
was
its own.
pretty cool. But
Yeah.
There was, just for clarification's sake, there were 9 songs in 24 minutes.
Also, the final one, The Grinch is Gone. Gone is the Grinch. Whatever. This part kind of resonated with me. The main character kid runs out the clock to the point where the wind dies down, all the animals stop screaming, and the Grinch... This part bothers me slightly. The Grinch is just like, okay, well, I guess this means I need to stop and go home. Like, you're more than halfway down the mountain. There's no reason to stop.
Almost at the end.
It's still, yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're basically there. You're almost at Whoville.
I think he just saw it as like, if it didn't work on this like dumbass little dork kid, it's probably not going to work on adults.
it's almost as if
The
he
kid,
took the wind out of his sails.
that kid demasculated him, and then the sweet and sour wind ended.
That part makes it feel supernatural.
Maybe that's what was powering the illusions.
But, as the Grinch gives up and walks away, I like this. He doesn't quite give up. He acknowledges,
Can't do
I'm
it to-
done.
yeah,
I
I did
can't
like
do
that,
this
actually.
today.
He's like, yeah, this
but
isn't
the
gonna
wind
happen now.
will blow again.
That's true. I did like that. He's like, yeah, it's not going to happen.
And that hit with me because we were supposed to do this last Halloween and life got in the way.
Oh, yeah. That's
And
right.
now we're doing it this Halloween because the wind will blow again. And it's blowing right motherfucking now because it is Halloween, motherfuckers!
Dude, okay, so I'm reading this now because I said this while we were watching it. When they say euphemism, it was literally referring to the outhouse.
Wow, that's what they
What
called
the
it?
It literally was referring to the outhouse.
That makes like 100% sense though, because like, is this like that far-flung back era when like you're supposed to be prim and proper?
Yeah.
The mere act of defecating is some kind of sin.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
I don't think... Okay, was this an original Dr. Seuss thing that didn't get adapted until way later? Or was this made up simply as a cash grab? because this is 77. Released in 77.
Oh yeah, also I just wanna...
Prequel to the 66.
I watched a VHS rip of this, and it pissed me the f*** off because they committed that cardinal sin of, here's a trailer for what you're about to watch that spoilers the thing.
That's
funny. This was actually remastered as like somewhat recent as 2018.
Just before the pandemic.
It was thrown on Blu-ray alongside the Christmas, the Ultimate Edition of the Christmas special, along with the Grinch. Grinch is the Cat in the Hat. What the fuck is even?
What?
So I guess final notes. It's not bad. It's not something I'm coming back to next Halloween, but
It's something I will come back to at some point in the future. Not the near future, but I will be watching this again because it's good enough to watch
I'd be
again.
willing to watch it again. I'm just not gonna race towards it.
This, I'm going to say this doesn't quite hold up to what I remember as a child, but
I've never seen it prior to this.
That's you making a fresh decision. On my end, I didn't realize it was 9 musicals within 25 minutes. That f***s everything up for me. Overall, I liked it, and I do like the moral story of put your glasses on.
Really. I think
You gotta face your problems.
I think that was.
Yes.
I think that was one of the things we were all in consensus on immediately. Was like, that's a really good lesson.
It is, and they didn't wait till the end of it to tell it to you.
No, it actually comes back like 2 or 3
They
times.
hit you with it like 2 or 3 times, yeah.
And I like the subtle gimmick of, because the kid's seen cleaning his glasses like the entire special.
Yes.
I did like that in one. I don't know if you guys.
He doesn't look right without his glasses.
In one of the very last shots before the thing ends, he goes to clean them, then he like shrugs and puts the rags away and just puts the glasses on. I kind of like that.
It doesn't need to be, the cleanest of glasses, but I need to have my glasses.
I like that.
Metaphorically speaking, a euphemism, if you will.
Like, as far as like cartoons from like the mid-70s go, this is pretty much like acceptable par for the course. I love the art. I love the message.
Yeah, the art's good.
I really don't like the musical numbers. I could really do without the musical.
Take them really, man.
Yeah.
If there was like 1 or 2 songs, then it would be okay. But because there's 9 of them,
A lot to cover in 20
Yes. Also, why 9 instead of 10?
probably just the way it panned out. You're like, well, we could put one here, we could put one here, we could put one here. Because it seems like a lot of the musical numbers was like, they let the animators just kind of do whatever they want.
Yeah.
Whereas the acid trip was just, hey, just drew out some psychedelic.
And it made sense for the acid trip, but everything else before that was an exposition dump.
Yeah, a lot of real heavy on the exposition dump. Now that I think about it, it's weird how they paint this whole world.
For as heavy on the exposition dump as those songs we're basically just giving you one small beat and then repeating it like 3 times.
Pretty much, yeah. That first song was a lot of that.
Yeah.
That intro too.
You know what? As a prequel, if you really want to be that guy and look into cartoons that deeply,
I feel like you're shading me here.
This really.
What are you trying to say, bro?
What do you mean that guy looking into stuff too deeply, especially children's cartoons?
Whoa, hey, ho! I've never looked into Hanna-Barbera Godzilla like that. I'm just saying, if you want to be that guy, this does add a bit of lore to the Whoville as a whole.
Yeah.
They do have, not a Halloween, they don't do Halloween, but they have a Grinch Night, which makes sense. In this world, if you got an asshole on top of a mountain who wants to fuck with you, you don't go celebrating Halloween. You don't let your kids out.
That would encourage them, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. My kids are out on the street looking for candy, and there's some psychotic with a cart full of psychedelic nightmares.
And a dumpy ass.
No, yeah, yeah. Some of those kids be like, hey, I don't give a fuck about the candy. You got that ass? Alright, let me buy what you're selling. And then he opens up the door, and the kids have an acid trip, and it's a whole mess of nightmares. For the parents.
That was Halloween is Grinch Night for ZeitgeistOG.
Rated out of 5. 1 out of 5.
Oh, out of 5. On a technical level, I'm going to give it a solid 2.5, maybe 3.
No, there's no halves.
No halves?
Me in the
I was
butt.
going 2.5 as well.
Hang on, wait. Is this better or worse than the Christmas one?
Worse.
Okay, what is the Christmas one?
Christmas for me is like a solid 5. That's like a perfect
Oh, you
short.
can eat the f*** out of my ass.
It should not take that.
What is that compared to the Jim Carrey version?
An hour longer than the fucking thing is.
I don't give a
It's way
shit.
More...
It's the same story.
3.
Okay, so if the Christmas one is a 3, then that means we can both agree that the Halloween one is a 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll sit at 2.
I'd say I disagree. I'd say Halloween was a 3 out of 5 all day.
Where do you rate the Christmas one, you piece of...
I haven't seen How the Grinch Stole Christmas since I was a kid.
I didn't even mean to watch it, and it came on TV within the last year or two, and I saw it.
I did really enjoy How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Even though I haven't seen it in years, I would still say like I liked that a lot as a kid. But I would say Grinch Night is a 3 out of 5 just because it's not like...
You know what? Fair, actually, because 2 means that it's worse than it is good, and it's not. It's not great, but it's better than it is bad. I think we could consensus it at 3 out of 5.
It could have been a lot worse. And,
Yeah,
I think to go below, like for something to go below.
Yeah, 2
3,
means bad. 2 means it's bad, and it's not.
You're right. I wouldn't
1
go
is
back
abysmal,
and watch it
2 is
again.
bad, 3's alright, 4 is great, 5 is fantastic. Yeah.
bad with
Okay.
some
Yeah.
gems.
All right.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
3 out of 5 all.
3 out of
Okay,
5.
3 out of 5 all around, I think is fair. For ZeitgeistOG, that was Grinch Night. Halloween is
hell
Grinch
yeah.
Night. I am Fat Man. This is Skeletor, and that is the Matt in the chair. If you guys have seen this, what do you think of it? If not, check it out. Let us know. And also, what is something you watch every Halloween? Hit us up.
Please don't say anything within the Halloween trilogy, because that is a whole 9-yard thing.
They could say that's what this is
Or
for.
Friday the 13th.
You can't say that. Don't listen to him. Give us something you watch every Halloween. I want to know. For me personally, Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island is an every Halloween watch.
Oh.
But for ZeitgeistOG, we will catch you guys in the next video, and we hope you have a safe and spooky Halloween night.
And if you don't get caught.
Don't get caught.
Amen.
She don't turn on no dime.
2,
I'll talk.
1.
What up, you unsightly f***s?
It's one of 3 things on my body I give a fuck about.
Fun fact, is not one of those 3 things.
Here at Zeitgeist, we...
It is not one of those things. It's my hair, my eyelashes, which I didn't previously care about. Dude, women tell me I have great eyelashes all the time. I don't know why. I've never thought about eyelashes until chicks started complimenting them. I have no fucking clue.
Holy shit, you kind of do.
That's what once I pointed out, that's what everybody says. They're like, actually, I'm like, I don't know why. People just tell me I have nice lashes.
Dude, you should be selling eyeliner.
I agree.
Yeah,
There
no,
is a
you
new-
got
there
the
is-
Vance going on.
There is a new Cure album coming out in November. I might have to put my eyeliner.
I don't care.
Who's
if
gonna have the
Mon-
JD Vance going on? For real though, why does he wear eyeliner?
You gotta keep up appearances.
Why are there so many pictures of him wearing that wig? They did use the voice actors to the...
Somebody's.
I swear to God, if I gotta go down there with a goddamn machete.
Funny thing is, you do have a machete.
That's why I'm saying that. It's at my door for a reason.
What do your elven eyes see, Legolas?
Alright, well there's somebody fucking around in the trunk and there's somebody else fucking around in a different trunk. Our cars are fine. Trunk boy's fucking around next to Mo's car. But he's
Well,
walking away.
Does Fat Man have to go down there and choke a bitch?
A fat man will try, but I'll get down there before you do.
You definitely will.
And no, I think we're good all the way around. That I don't know what the fuck that was, but we're good.
Okay.
We're good.
I don't know why I just love the phrase of, what do your elven eyes see?
I love that.
It's funny because I can jump on top of snow.
Oh, man. But, yeah, so Halloween is Grinch Night. First of all, we wish you a happy spooky season.
It's trick or treat time! You're supposed to come with me. Come on. Okay.
All right. So we just woke all the neighbors up.
Who gives a shit?